We could do like usual and talk for 10 minutes without anyone hearing it.
I'll put stuff up over there and say, hey, there's no volume. There's no volume. Well, we should have volume today. Denny, it's Friday.
Yes, sir. Are we on?
We are.
I didn't hear a 3, 2, 1. One
Action.
deal. Hello.
What's special about today, Denny? It's Friday. That's what it is.
Yes, it's Friday.
How long have you been here?
I got here about 7:30.
Been here for 8 years.
Yeah.
So we pay you for 50 cents for every year that you've been here.
Yeah.
50 cents an hour.
I'm up to $4 an hour
Yep.
now.
Pretty soon we're going to get you $4.50.
Yeah. Well, it'll be another year.
Yeah. Lil Fear says, hey, actually doing a bar stool today?
Yeah, we're actually going to do 2 stools.
Yeah.
One's kind of a bar stool and the other's kind of a square, just bench type stool.
We got a round stool and a rectangle stool. Yeah. Both on the ground, but we'll get them put up here on the table.
Yeah. We're going to do the round bar stool. We're going to do it's going to be kind of a simple deal, I think, hopefully. And the other one's a little more involved.
Yeah, we may have to set our stool on our stool because I don't know if we set it on the table if you can see anything.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know what you meant there, but
well, I mean, I
agree.
If I set a stool here, look how close it's going to be to that camera.
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
Okay,
it's weird enough anyway. What do you got going on here?
Well, what I've done. Let me see. I don't remember what the dimensions.
Oh, okay.
But our actual stool. Let's just put it like this.
Okay.
Our actual stool measures approximately 12.5 inches.
12.5 inches.
So out of a piece of foam rubber, and this is just a piece of foam rubber that we had here.
Yeah, it looks like an open cell.
Yeah, it's real nice, real dense foam. But you can use any kind of foam you want.
Yeah.
You know, this one's about 1 inch thick. Most foam rubber that they use for upholstery is probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches thick. But this is real firm, so I think it's going to make a pretty nice.
This is what we had sitting around.
Bench top. Yeah, you can use anything you want to. But I made this disc about the same size as that. And then I cut myself a piece of leather. This is a piece of, I think this is goat.
Tenderlux goat, yep.
Yes, Tenderlux goat. And you want, for what we're doing today, you want something that's real limp, real drapey. Because if you get anything that's very firm at all, when you try and bend it around the edges, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You're getting rid of all your wrinkles.
Especially on a circle.
Yes, and I might have trouble even with this, but that remains to be seen.
That's what I'm here for, is to keep you out of trouble.
All right. First thing I'm going to do, and I don't know if you can see, but I actually put the stool upside down on top of this.
All right.
And drew a little circle around it.
We did that number.
That way I'll know where to put this disc when I get ready to cement it, which is what I'm getting ready to do right now. So
good. It's going to smell like glue in here again.
Yeah. Lauren will like that. Lauren's over here, you guys, whether she wants to be on camera or not. Really.
Well, she made a suggestion, and I told her, I said, the last person to make a suggestion for a video has to be in it. So
she's still over there resisting arrest.
Yeah, you want to come over here and glue for Denny? Denny needs help gluing. Come on in.
I do.
Yeah. You have to go around that way.
Lots of help.
All right. Here, I'll move out of the way. You can come this way. Show her how to use that gluing device there, Denny.
Lauren, this is what they call a glue pot. This is Lauren, you guys. Lauren's our go-to girl here. She's the one that makes sure we all get a paycheck or don't, whichever the case may be.
Yeah. Depends on how the week's going.
Yeah. Anyway, you can take that and just glue the top. You don't have to be real careful.
Does it matter the amount? Or just go crazy?
Don't goop it on there. When you put it on there, just spread it all out.
Okay.
Make a nice even coat. You're doing real well.
Lauren woke up this morning and made biscuits.
He did. This is my 8th anniversary, and when I came in this morning, I wasn't expecting it. My bench was all decorated up. It looked like an American flag. Stuff all over it.
They had plans to do more with it, Denny, but I told them, I said, look, I'll need Denny here for at least a video, so let's keep it minimum.
Whole shindig going on.
But you got biscuit. Did you get your belly full this week?
I did.
Good.
Lauren got up at 6 o'clock and made biscuits. She made how many 60 biscuits?
Something like that.
It was a
60
bunch.
or about like 4 cases of them. So.
It was a bunch. And, someone brought gravy.
Well, Tommy
Gary?
was supposed to make it. He
Yeah.
came in and didn't have it, so he had to go back and get it.
I'm like, well, we clarified enough for me to know to bring biscuits.
Right. You got that part
You
glued?
got
Yeah,
that.
okay,
All right.
good. I was
Let's
like,
take
enough
this
is
off.
enough.
Now you've got to just glue this circle. If you get a little outside the circle, that's all right.
Just pretend like you're coloring inside the lines.
I was always the child that could never get inside the lines.
That's okay.
Hey, for your birthday, what Nick up there did, Chevy guy? He gifted 5 subscriptions on Twitch.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
He's always looking out.
Great.
He was our first moderator that's on Twitch. Make sure everybody's staying in line. And then Bridget said, "Is that one of those fancy glue pots Rusty's selling now?" It
Yes.
is the Renia TS
Yes.
boy.
Yes, it's a nice glue pot. Part I like about it is got a little deal there. You can rub off the excess glue, and
Oh yeah, that's nice, especially.
Stays in your pot.
stays in the pot. And the little blue cap. Some of them come with yellow caps.
Red, yellow, blue. I don't think that we let you pick. We just
But
grab
they-
what's closest.
Yeah, they seal it off pretty well, and most of the glue is back in that reservoir, so it lasts pretty well before you have to thin it.
When it's got that other little half moon top on it where you can tilt it up and be able to pour more glue down in it, and it just goes down into the pot.
Right.
Some steals and deals as well.
Steals and deals. Man, we're selling it. We have it on sale. We do crazy things around here.
That's an understatement.
Most of it comes out of this room. Unless it
Yeah.
is Bridget. Bridget does some crazy stuff over there in receiving.
She was gonna spray paint the what's it called? Our forklift pink.
Oh, yeah, she did want to make the forklift hot pink.
I don't know how Rusty feel about that. But
Saw how he felt about it. He made a Facebook comment about it. He was not too keen on that.
Isn't she the rumble seat driver on the forklift?
Yeah, she got banned from it for a little while when she drove it through a window.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I get it was more of the window is floor to ceiling window, so it's not like she jumped it.
no, she did.
How much glue does that glue pot hold? We have one size of it. I would have to look. I don't know what size that is.
It holds all you'll want to put in it.
It'll be more than you can use in one sitting.
Yeah, the thing about a glue pot, if you put too much in it, pretty soon you have to thin it anyway. So a little bit of glue, to me, goes a long way.
It looks like you got it there, Lauren.
That's real good, Lauren. Thank you so much. And then this little blue top cap goes on top, seals that off.
Airtight again.
Pretty nice, huh?
And you don't get glue around the edges, so that the blue cap thing is not getting stuck on there. You know, if you use a mason jar or those other jars, you got to put some Vaseline on the lip.
Clumsy like me, and you knock things off all the time. Hopefully, it'll
Yeah,
stay on there.
how clumsy are you?
I'm not at all.
Yeah,
I don't remember ever.
your stain is
knocking
still there on my table right there above where you're working.
Okay, that's cemented. You want to do a little more?
Why not? Well, we gotta glue that, don't
Let's set this down here on the floor. Cement that. So you just thought you were done.
we? Yeah.
He's gonna stand here and
Yeah.
impart some wisdom.
Well, I don't have any wisdom to impart, but I'll impart stuff.
How about any Denny bites? Well, you know.
I don't have any on me right now. I'm sure they'll happen.
Yeah, they usually do.
Any stories? You got any stories?
Well, you know, stories just kind of have to pop up. My wife always says, "Tell me a story," and that puts me on the spot.
Did she ask for a story since now and Wednesday? Remember you were gonna tell her the Paul Bunyan story, but you were gonna change the names and you're gonna change the color of the ox and see if you figured it out.
I do have a story.
All right.
We bought a new washing machine the other
Oh
day.
yeah. Mhm.
Brand new washing machine, the first one we'd had in forever.
Do you have one give out that you had?
Well, no, but it was on its last leg.
Oh.
By the way, it's for sale at cheap. No, but anyway, we bought this washing machine. We'd been looking for quite a while, and she looked in the Consumer Report magazine and all that. and found the one she wanted. And we found it on sale somewhere.
You probably good on
I
this.
probably
You
can't.
got to do the top. You got to do
I
that.
probably can't mention the store where we got it. But anyway, we got it home. I had to have help unloading it, so it sat in the truck all night. And the next afternoon, we unloaded it. I came home for lunch at noon the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and she was forlorn. She said, "Oh, new machine is all messed up."
Uh-oh.
She said, "I turned it on, and it was making all these noises. Sounded like a machine gun going off and all this, and started walking across the floor and running, and I was trying to hold it down."
Oh, with the bolt still in the back?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You touched it. She had read the directions the night before.
Yeah.
And it said, take these 4 bolts out, and they had these little plugs to put in the hole
Yeah.
where they were. And I said, that doesn't matter.
Oh.
Well, anyway, that did matter
Yeah.
a lot. So we took the bolts out, and I had the water hoses. The blue and the red water hoses were switched around. They were in the right spot on the machine. And I thought, while I'm at it, I'm going to change those.
Okay, yeah.
So I turned the water off and changed those hoses, and we took the bolts out and everything and turned it on. And it said the cycle was supposed to last for however many
Yeah.
minutes it was. And about 45 minutes later, it's still going.
Yeah.
And I said, something's wrong here. And she did too. I finally realized I hadn't turned the water back on.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I turned the water back on.
Just tell them put your clothes around right.
Yeah, and she turned it back on, and it worked fine. So we're good. We're good.
Good. You probably got that, Lauren.
Yeah, I'd say
Where'd we get this foam from?
the foam.
Mm-hmm.
This is some stuff that out in the shop, all the clicker dies that they have a lot of real small dies of different shapes, and they bought a set of drawers and cabinets to put them all in, and they got this foam rubber, and they cut out the little shapes of all the dies,
Yep.
and they put it in, and these are some foam that they had left over. This is what they used. It's actually a bunch of layers,
Yeah.
so you can cut part of it out.
Oh, did you glued that one down already?
Yeah.
Here.
Here. Can you slide that up a little bit? Let me stack this stool on top of that stool. So then it's high enough to step over here. You ain't gonna run over me. There you are.
Oh, so this is where I'm working now?
Well, that's where you're gonna work because the overhead camera ain't gonna work right there.
Okay.
See.
Okay, all I've got to do is stick this on, then I'm going to turn the stool upside down.
Look for it.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, people might be afraid they weren't able to see you glue 2 pieces of things together.
Let me make sure I got it about centered on there. Nice job. I'll keep you on.
Okay, good. I
Okay.
passed my interview.
All right. That was hard, wasn't it?
Great job.
Or the sweat.
Because the lights are
All
hot.
right. Now I'm going to get this handy little electric stapler out.
I'll let you do that part.
And what we're going to do, I'm going to fold each corner at each leg up, and I'm going to staple that. And I'm not going to stretch it tight. I'm just going to pull it snug.
You know the thing about those staplers too, if you don't have staples in it, it don't work very good.
Yeah,
Much like having water on in your washing machine.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah. You should have called me. I would have helped you and let you know that them bolts needed to come out.
Next time we get a washing machine, you can bet you're the first one I'll call.
You're either a serviceman of a washing machine that you know that you got to do that, you've read the instructions and trusted them, or you've left the bolts in before. I'll let you guess what category I fall into.
Okay. Sure they're seated good. Now, I'm going to go halfway in between each one, because you'll notice there's a whole lot of slack and there'll be wrinkles in it. So I'm going to go halfway in between. And there again, I'm not going to stretch it tight. I'm just going to pull it snug. And I'm not an upholsterer, you guys, but I've covered a few things like this. y'all have better suggestions, let me know if you're upholsterers. Abigail, you need to come in. We need you on camera again.
Yeah.
Okay. I went halfway between each one, right? Now I'm going to go halfway in between those. Just kind of split the difference. Make sure you've got about the same amount of slack on each side of your staples when you do it.
My uncle does upholstery work.
Does he? We should have brought him in.
Well, he's in Arkansas. Sell his wife some leather to take down some last time she was here.
Is he upholster furniture or?
Yep. There's a furniture
cars?
store down. Yeah. Furniture and then also automotive. But there's a furniture store that's down there. Repairs they sent to him. Cal says we still need those Denny plush toys or a Denny bobblehead. Seriously, I think we could get a Denny and a Kevin one going.
Denny is a bobblehead. Say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you didn't have a handy dandy staple gun, what else would work?
Oh, you could just use tacks. You know, carpet tacks work pretty well. Blue type carpet tack.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I did a stool like this, I didn't have a staple gun. You can use one of those hand operated pistol grip staple guns too.
The non-electric ones.
Yeah.
Tacks on the side, or what's your plan? We getting ready to figure that out?
See what it looks
Okay.
like after we get done here. See how many wrinkles we end up with. Now, if y'all will notice, I've got some pretty good wrinkles here. But now I'm going to start to kind of stretch it. Kind of rub a lot of those out.
I thought we were using a sewing machine quicker than we were. Just pull that grip. And pull. Dean wants to know, is there going to be any zippers on this?
No.
He's trying to
No.
put zippers in everything.
You could have like a little hidden pouch underneath it.
Yeah.
Spot focus, okay?
Oh, no. Just put that where it says spot focus, put X. The little X that's next to it. Should say like X and then spot focus. Or I can walk over there.
Got to kind of work your way around. Get rid of as many wrinkles as you can as you go. But every time, the key is go halfway in between the two staples you've already got there.
I think that's kind of the deal, though, with this, Denny, is you may not be an expert at doing upholstery or whatever, but you can still recover. You can still recover a bar stool.
Yeah. If you got someone good gluing for you.
Yeah.
Ugly yellow. But, I mean, I didn't do it with leather, but that would be really pretty.
You can reupholster.
But next time new chairs, Denny, that's what we're going to do. We're going to reupholster my chairs.
All right.
I know, Tori, I missed you yesterday, and I was like, well, we talked about what we did on the last after party. And I was like, well, maybe she thought I meant that she couldn't come at all.
When you're doing this and looking from the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
it's not real pretty over there. So reserve judge.
I mean, how many people look at the bottom of their stools?
Well, only the people that are doing it mostly.
Yeah.
or the people are having to scrape gum off the bottom.
Lil Fear has a question for you, Lauren. Are you a leather worker?
Say yes, but not an experienced leather worker. Definitely getting into it for sure. Denny's definitely done a lot of helpful tips in teaching me how to tool. Currently, I am making a Voyager bag, which is a pain. The pattern, we are vamping it so it can be more useful and more helpful and more user-friendly for everyone. But I'm always interested in loving to learn anything new. So.
If you want to learn, you can learn. And people that say, you need to teach me this, they think, teach them. That's where they're wrong. They can show you, but you have to learn, right? Teach yourself. Like I said, when you're looking at the bottom of this, it's not very pretty. Turn this over. Hopefully,
Hopefully it's a good surprise. What's everybody else working on? Anybody else cover the Barstool? Done a project you never done before that you got done? You're like, okay, I wasn't so terrible. Not bad for your first time.
Most stuff I do, it seems like, is for my first time.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes it comes out pretty good. Sometimes I do it 2 or 3 times before I get it satisfied. That's okay too. One of my mentors told me, use that project, practice for the next one. You do that, you want to get better. A lot of people say practice, on a piece of scrap, and that's great. But another way to look at it, if you practice on an actual project, you take a lot more care than you do when
Eric says that work gets in the way of him buying more leather. Chevy guy said that today is holster day for him up in Nebraska.
All right.
JB says notebook covers and tote bags. Bunch of G's. Not bad at all.
I'm kind of liking that.
I don't mind a little extra.
Well, you're always going to have a little bit of something, but the point is, get rid of as much of that slack as you can. When you go around the corner, when it's spread out there, you've got a lot of material. So when you close it around there, you end up with extra material.
It'll be a little easier on the rectangle one. You just have to do some folding at the corner.
Yeah. Anyway, let me trim a little bit of this extra off here.
The old scissors. Right-handed scissors in a left hand. Oh, just to get started, and then we're going to go to a French edger. Molly, you got any other suggestions? Molly says she feels bad for the next person who's going to recover the stool and be pulling staples out for days.
Yeah. I did a practice one. It only took me 30 minutes to pull them all out.
Yeah, you had about 900 staples in there.
Yeah, I had more staples in it than I do this.
I think it's the same way when we were talking about maybe when somebody's redoing a saddle that hasn't done one before and they just put a ton of nails in there.
Yeah, a ton of like ring shank nails, stuff like that.
Yeah, these aren't ring shank staples, are they?
No.
They probably wouldn't shoot out of a gun very well.
No, I doubt it. Then you really wouldn't have to trim this off. I just don't like all that excess stuff flopping around there.
Maybe I can get my uncle up here and he can come do we can learn some upholstery.
Yeah, do some real upholstery.
Yeah.
Jeff and I were talking the other day about his dad used to renovate old cars. We had a real old car one time and had one of those old leather actual tuck and roll interiors.
Yeah.
Said it was beautiful, but it was so dry and brittle that when you touched it, it all broke apart. But, you know, that would be pretty involved to do something like that, I would think.
Yeah, it's kind of what Zachary Nixon has going on. He said he did with vinyl and now starting to flake around the leather or around the stool, so he's going to do leather this time around. Dean says he did footstools years ago with hair on cow and upholstery tacks.
All right.
We got some upholstery tacks over there, don't we?
Yeah.
Left-handed. I think everybody that's at the table today is left-handed.
Right-handed.
Well, you were working left-handed over there.
Yeah.
Using your left hand when you were spreading on glue, weren't you?
Right-handed.
Oh.
I wish I was left-handed.
Yeah.
Or be ambidextrous.
Thank you.
You couldn't be cool enough to be left-handed. That's probably what Denny's saying.
Denny burn.
Okay, you guys.
One done.
If you can see that, it's not too awful bad.
Here, hold it right there. Let me see if I can zoom this camera up a little bit.
See a wrinkle right there that's kind of visible.
All right, try that. Now you can just spin it around right where you got it sit.
It's not too bad.
No. Sit on it.
Yeah. Now that, that's simple. Just cement it on there and staple it.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep. All right, now you got a square one.
All right.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Now this square one, a little different deal. I put 2 layers of foam rubber on it. This is a bench we were using out at our classroom table, and it's real short, so I put 2 layers of this foam rubber on.
Trying to get somebody raised up to the table.
Yeah.
I think that red is a little bit denser, or is it just a different color?
Just a different color.
Okay.
I think it's the same stuff.
Well, leaving it out in the sun, if we left that in the sun, is going to help with the wrinkles?
I doubt it.
Me too.
You might wet it. And get it to draw up a little bit.
One good way to help with the wrinkles, though, JB, is if you close your eyes, then you won't see them anymore.
That's right. All right. I've got this square stool, and I cut myself a piece of leather that's approximately the same size. I think I cut it to maybe a 1/4 inch bigger because I'm going to have a stitch seam around this side. But I want it to kind of have to stretch over, so I didn't make it too much oversized.
Well, and this is a natural barn wood, and so the edges at the top of the stool are a little bit wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, they aren't perfect.
And when you cut your foam off, it looks like you put a little taper towards the top, just
a little bit. But you can cut it square. That's just the way I did it.
We all want to be like you.
Yeah.
All want to be like me. You're all in deep trouble. All right. Now I also made myself a gusset. I folded the bottom seam on this gusset, as you can see here. I just folded it and stitched it already, just to save time. I'm not stitching it. And this is pieced together. I think I've got 3 pieces of leather here.
This was out of that buffalo calf that Liz and I did on a live shopping a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that oil buffalo calf.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Really got a beautiful pull-up to it. And for all you folks that don't know what a pull-up is, it's the oil content is real heavy.
Well, here, hold it up to that thing and run your finger down through it. There you go.
When you bend it, put pressure on it, it disperses that oil. But then you can rub it, and it just rubs right back.
That oil darkens it up, and you can see what kind of the flesh side of that. You can see kind of a little bit of what that pull-up is going to look like whenever you.
But anyway, I've got this top cut to size. And then I put this skirt on. I just wrapped it around there and measured it.
You need to do it that way, you do it the other way.
No, I need to do it this way.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Stitch.
I'm with you. Oh, because you got to sew your 2 pieces together. That's why we got a class 26 in here.
Yeah. This is just tight enough to be snug. It's not stretched a lot. But anyway, then I put it on here, and I already did it, but I marked each corner, top and bottom, so I know where I am.
Did you do anything special about where you place your seams? You place it in the middle? You place
No,
it in the
I placed them where they didn't end up on a corner
Okay.
or real close to it.
Yeah.
That was the only care that I took.
The only caveat.
Yeah.
Joshua says he doesn't mind the wrinkles, but if you're obsessed with them, just get out a steamer and you can massage them out. I wouldn't mind them
I
massage.
agree. I agree.
You don't have to use a steamer for me.
Steam or just water.
Yeah. I just like a good massage, that's all.
But anyway.
Sorry, back to the regular.
Yeah. Anyway, I've marked my corners. My corners are right here. Then I marked the center in between each corner. I marked the center. I folded this piece of leather and found the center here and marked it on all four sides. So the first thing I'm going to do.
I don't know. You want to basting tape that? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to basting tape it. Now I'm going to use. I'm going to use 1/8 inch basting tape here. Yeah, this smaller. You can use the 1/4 inch. It really doesn't matter, but the 1/8 inch won't go after I stitch it, hopefully.
Yeah, we had somebody up there that said they were going to get him one of those glue pots, Denny.
All right.
Use it on their 72 Yamaha. I have a Yamaha.
Yamaha what?
Mine's a 97 FZR 600. Oh, Joshua? Yeah, Joshua was the one. We were talking about him yesterday on the live shopping that he had done a gun holster. Posted on the Friends of Springfield Leather page on Facebook. Wayne says, hey, from South Carolina. Angela says, good looking project, and appreciate and hate how you make it look so easy.
Yeah, I'm really making it look easy.
Yeah, the basing tape is going to be in trouble.
I love you, Angela.
So I'll be doing my son's gaming chair. It's trashed. I assume that it's trashed. Maybe it's thrashed. It's mostly cosmetic. Everybody needs a good gaming chair.
Okay. Now, if you all notice, I didn't do the corners. I'm just doing each side. Leaving the corners for later.
You're going to do those and get them fit whenever you
Well,
sew it down?
I'm going to stitch each side up to the corner.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just going to stitch around the corner the best I can. I'll just have to show you that.
All right. Sorry. I was being impatient.
We need that for a second.
Why?
It's on my bench. Just get in front of my bench. You'll see it. I got it clipped on a.
I think it's green.
What?
It's green.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ready to interrupt.
You're
That's
fine.
all right.
Did you go shopping yesterday?
No. Jesse walked by this morning and said, if you see those guys, give them this card. And I said, if I remember to do that, I will. Of course, I hadn't seen them. But if I would have probably forgotten it.
Yeah. Abigail,
What do you mean? Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean by yeah. Gail asked a question that we kind of already answered in the video, so we'll answer it for her again. She's down in the lower part of Missouri, not paying attention.
And what's the question?
She says, "Did you use saddle seat padding foam?"
No. This is a lot thicker foam than that. You can use saddle seat padding. It's generally only about 1/4 inch thick. You know, it wouldn't make much of a pad, but if you aren't wanting a big pad, that'd be fine.
Yeah, that'd be quite a set of padding in the saddle.
Yeah.
Bounce you right out of the saddle.
Yeah. And like I said, most saddle seat padding is 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah, if you're trying to ride a saddle because it's comfortable to your butt all the time, probably missing out. More of getting your backside used to sitting in a saddle more than it is getting a comfortable saddle. Especially, well, I mean, for like that, if you're expecting it to sit like a lazy boy, then you're
Yeah.
sadly mistaken.
Saddle-y mistaken.
Sadly mistaken. Look at you. Lil Fear says he's a Harley guy. He'll fit right in with Rusty.
Rusty Buddy knew Harley a while back.
Yeah, that one that he took down to Eureka, that black one.
Well, he had one before.
He had like a orangish looking one out there the other day.
Yeah, that must be his new one. Because his other one was jet black.
That must be where he's at, out riding it, because I haven't seen him.
One more side. I'm going to.
We've got Rusty's 13-year anniversary on Monday, too. So, another party.
Got all sorts of anniversaries going on.
Everyone got hired at once.
I guess. I've only been here 8. The rest of us been here 13. He's more of a glutton for punishment than I am.
Chevy asks, you don't mean they don't make saddles to ride like a Cadillac?
I'll tell you,
Nice.
the saddle can be pretty good if it's made right.
Yeah.
The seat shakes right.
I'm just saying it's not going to be cushy.
Yeah.
You're looking for a cushy ride.
Most of it is just learning how to ride. Someone that doesn't ride a lot will always be sort of uncomfortable after a little.
If you don't know how to move in the saddle.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to make myself a mark.
I'm going to walk behind you because I'm going to have to adjust this camera over here back to the sewing machine. Oh, do you want this stool to sit on while you sew, or are you going to do it standing up?
I better have the stool.
Yeah, I got it nice and warmed up for you.
Good. I'm glad. I hate cold stool. And I'm just making myself an 1/8-inch stitch line, maybe a little more than an 8, maybe 3/16.
Yeah. JB was saying horses don't come with, or maybe if they come with air suspension. You get your little foxtrotter, be like gliding across. Wayne says he put up a picture on the SLC, I guess friends of the SLC page, that goes with the video of that smaller saddle over there that I have not finished sewing the cantle on yet. I got that project a little bit later. All right. Now here, I'll set that stool over there for you. All right.
I wonder if it's the donkey picture. I did see a picture up there earlier, and it was like this little cute miniature donkey. So that might be him.
I think we're rocking and rolling there on camera too. Oh, let's see if we can focus. There we go.
See if it's Wayne.
I have not messed with you. All I did was plug it in. Sure. I'm good at taking the heat.
It was Wayne. Was. Look at this cute little donkey.
Oh my goodness.
That's adorable.
That's hilarious. A dwarf donkey. We'll show it whenever we get.
And I could, if we wanted to take a lot more time and take 2 sessions to do this.
Yeah. Take more than an hour.
Well, I've seen.
I think we're going to do a video on piping.
Yeah.
That's a sticky situation.
So now you're going to sew your corners now?
No, well, I'm going to sew all four sides. Then I'm going to go back and hopefully make one match.
This oil pan lid.
Yeah.
Cement.
Josh said it. He said he saw some pictures of those smaller saddles. What do we call those? The salesman samples, and he would like to try to make one. Tandy did have one of those small show or salesman type of saddles that you could make. Didn't they have a little kit thing?
If we could ever find some trees
Yeah.
we could buy reasonably, I think we could probably do it, or at least a pattern.
There's a guy over in Kansas that makes them. We kind of talked back and forth with him a little bit to try to make a little kit thing.
People always ask me that. And I think we what's the difference between the small one and the full size of that one? The way I made them, I tried to make no difference at all.
Yeah.
Like I would make.
Fitting in those tiny spots would make it a little harder to make that little one.
A little more delicate, a little more refined, you know.
Yeah.
A little more finesse, you know, through the small part, and if you make the pattern itself, you have to know that down.
Hi, Susan. I don't know if it's Susan or Addie that's. So I'll say hi to them both. Susan and Addie.
Oh.
They help us out at the barn. They're out at the same barn where we keep the horses. Yep. So we'll see them tomorrow morning. If they come up, because we feed on the weekend.
What kind of horse do you have?
We have 2 horses. One is a registered paint. His name is Blaze. But he only has like 2 spots on him, and the rest of him's like a sorrel. And then the other one is just a grade horse, and he is a sorrel. In his 20s or so. He's the old man.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Chester.
A chicken that I named Lester once.
A chicken named Lester.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kevin was telling us about some of the weirdest stuff he bought one time, and it was chicken legs. Yep. Yeah. That chicken leg leather. I guess he sold them because I've never seen them.
Oh yeah, this shepherd on the road.
Marcy, we are using a Cobra Class 26.
You're all over it. Yeah. They have that free website where you can look up some of their patterns. There's that group on Facebook, Leatherworker Patterns or something like that. What size thread do you use on there?
This is 138. Actually, probably 69 and plenty big enough. Should probably be using 69 thread.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be an inside out seam. I've got to trim this thread off and then turn it to do my corner.
Oh.
Denny, look at this cute little down set.
There you go.
Gosh. That's a cute little feller. Some ears on him.
He's interested in what's going on. There you go. Burn your fingers.
My finger used to
almost be immune to this.
Maybe calloused was better. Look at that, Samantha Chester. She says she has a paint horse. A paint and a quarter. Yep, that is what we have. A paint. He's grade, but we call him a quarter horse. Not registered, but he is quarter horse-esque. He's a pretty good horse, though. He just aims to please every time you get on him.
The Chester?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I missed part of this thing here. This is where I'm going to start.
Yeah, I think we were selling. We had small pieces of this leather. Joshua, he said the leather looks amazing. It's a really pretty color. But Liz and I were doing on that shopping thing. We had smaller sizes for $35 a piece, and then we were doing the larger pieces for $45, I believe. We sold a piece of leather on the live shopping yesterday for $15, Denny.
Really?
It was a piece of blue. We called it Kevin's $15 blue because he kept on talking about those $15 sides. So, all right. Oh, you're back over here on the sewing machine.
And I'm back over here. To make these corners work. It's hard to measure this stuff.
Measure once and cut twice.
Yep.
Samantha said she went down to the mounted shooting in Texas this year, and there were more solid horses. It was the paint horse world champions. There was more solid type of horses than the typical paint pattern.
I'll hardly ever see any paint horses anymore.
Yeah, we have a couple on the team that ride with Isabella.
They're pretty. They're really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blaze is only 5, so he's still a young little baby. He's not a baby, but he can be ornery. Like typical 5-year-olds.
What? No.
Paint horse in there spot.
Yeah, well, he has one that's smaller than a dime. Yeah?
Grown white.
Oh, no, really?
Really didn't have one spot on
No spot on his pillow? Spot? And he had no spot.
it. And no
That a boy. I like Appaloosas. Was yours cantankerous? No. No? Yeah.
he told Mark.
Is the quarter horse kind of unstable? I don't know if you get a full one, Tony.
Yeah. Well, quarter means 4, so it has 4 legs. Right?
Technically, you would need 3 more. It's
I
just
didn't
a
get a
quarter.
Whatever. 1/4 of the 4.
Yeah.
Those German guys think they're pretty funny. Marcus is in Berlin.
Oh wow.
That's where my littlest brother lives. Well, I only have one little brother. He is also the littlest of the brothers 3. I have one older brother.
Oh, you're the devious middle child.
I am. I was also born on Friday the 13th. So if you ever wonder what's wrong with me, that is what it is. Richard says you are his hero, Denny.
Oh, Richard?
Yeah. He just keeps watching, his feelings might change.
Yeah.
Liz ran off to do a rock show today. She's a rock star. She couldn't get enough from the video, so she's got to go be a rock star somewhere else. Fighting. Tend to fight it though when you're trying to do it live, or everybody's watching you. This glue pot has an elephant on it.
Uh-huh.
There wasn't very many people working on stuff unless you just didn't put everything up there. We only had holsters, tote bags, and...
No bag.
Oh yeah, bags. That was pretty much it. Alright.
You're stitching this stuff, guys. You just gotta go with the flow and make it work.
Yeah. At some point you gotta quit fighting it. Close your eyes and hope for the best. Tori says that she's working on hats and she may try to record it. I guess she record her working on it. We've inspired her to make a video. That's what I'm going with. Chad's gonna do some tooling or some carving. What would you call it? Carving or tooling, Denny?
Yes.
Both. Keep on kicking. Be doing that on the after party. Sewing machine.
I think so. None of this looks very pretty right now, but hopefully when we get it turned back out,
You won't even notice.
shaped out.
I mean, it ain't any worse than it was before.
You got a good point there. You need to be the front man.
I feel like I was. Maybe the hype man.
Yeah.
Joshua says that he's moved and now he's setting up a new shop. Understandable. That's a lot easier to turn out than a tote bag.
Man. All right. Let's see if we can get it on here.
So this is more just a cover than
Yes.
it's not going to be tacked down.
Yeah. And whoever was asking about the zippers, they were probably wanting to make a pillow type.
It was Dean.
upholstery.
You know Dean and his money belt.
Dean, I'm still waiting on the money.
To put in your belt.
All right, now I'm going to tack this down. I'm just going to use some brass tacks here.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
Yes, let's do.
Okay.
And this is oak, so I'm going to actually start myself. Let's see that. Son of a gun.
Yeah, I try to set the cameras up where you can see
Well,
stuff.
I thought maybe I'd be able to hide here.
Try to get something right. At least one stream a week.
I want to make sure I keep about the same reveal all the way around.
There's your hammer.
Do you?
Yeah. That corner is just poked out just a little bit more. Yep. Put the stool in the Sistine Chapel or.
We might,
Oh, okay.
if they let us. Probably wouldn't let us in there.
Jacob's in Toussaint visiting his daughter. Working on a everyday carry bag. Toussaint is also known as Tucson.
You just confused everyone.
That's for Abigail. She'll get it. Dean says, and why are you waiting on money from him?
Dean, I
We
made
did a-
that money belt for you,
Yeah, we gotta have money to put in it.
even though it doesn't fit.
It fits me just fine. I got it. I'm not wearing it today, but I have one before.
Plus, we need a little bit of pay for mental anguish that you caused me, Dean.
I think you got to do it. Proved him wrong.
For what?
Mental anguish. That's what we need. That was Denny's burn for today.
Oh, the mental anguish burn?
Mm-hmm. Given. Steve hasn't sent you any money yet for that money.
Dean, I gave you the business, buddy.
You know what I was seeing the other day? Somebody took some leather and wrapped it around them like them copper wristbands he had on there.
Oh, yeah?
You ever thought about covering one of yours with leather?
No.
What do you think about it now?
I'm thinking about it now. We could try it.
That's not true.
Or you can try it all once. No, the next project we're going to have Marvin Nolte in here.
Who?
Marvin from Wyoming.
I've been in Wyoming.
I know. You even live there. Cody, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not mistaken. About that, anyway.
Keep
There's a
listening.
burn.
Keep listening. I'll lead you astray. He's going to come in and do some wet form type of bowls with some stitching in it and some good grief, why don't I forget what to say?
Is this next week?
Yep, Wednesday and Friday.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, you're gonna be in here with him.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you're not completely getting out of videos. You got to burn him while he's here.
Is he burnable?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He used to be on the news, he said. So he might have a great voice
He'll
to
probably
be on camera.
He'll probably burn us.
Yeah, probably. Embossed and printed leather. So he does a veg and then he puts embossed and printed on top of it. And he does some that are sewn together Some that have nice folded edges on them. But he gave me the patterns and the instructions that we have, so I'm going to make it into PDF form. It'll be on the description on video for Wednesday. Hopefully, if I get that information to Abigail so she can do it. Yep, another video on wet molding, Tori. Kerry says he's going to start on a leather Christmas tree.
Terry Beeson?
No, Kerry. Tershon.
Denny, do you get next?
Corner?
Sure, it's probably
Oh, I was just trying to smooth things out a little bit. That's one of those places where I had a wrinkle that I wasn't real happy with, but still good. We'll see if I can help it a little. The answer is probably no.
No, you probably sewed it up that way. Pull your stitch out.
I think maybe I can straighten it a bit. Maybe.
So all we're doing is Denny's pulling this down into shape and just trying to keep that reveal all the same along there. Spaces tacks out, and then just tacking into place. Well, that's kind of bouncy.
That helped. It kind of made it look like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, so we'll stick it the part where your legs hang over this side, and then nobody will be looking at it. You can just hang your leg over it all the time. That's what some people say. Quick on my feet.
And these tacks, I'm just kind of spacing them out by eyeball. You can mark them if you want to.
Just measuring devices, Denny.
Your eyeball.
That's right. If you wrap the copper, get the benefits of the copper soaking into your skin. Oh,
Correct. But I've seen some just copper leather on the outside of the copper.
so the copper is still.
Yeah, the copper would still be against your skin. In fact, we used to have some. They weren't copper. They're bracelet forms that you could cover with leather on the outside.
He's driving in from Wyoming. He told me him and his wife are coming over. They're going to shop on Thursday, and we may talk to Jeff today about doing an employee kind of class and having Marvin go over that with some wet forming stuff.
Where's Marvin? Wyoming, Marvin.
I've told you all I know. Wyoming.
Let's just give out the address while we're at it.
I'm disappointed.
He could have been.
He said he wanted to meet you, not see you again, so probably not Cody. Maybe Cheyenne.
There's a lot of little towns. Wyoming. Not this is
Sheridan? Is there a place
years.
called Sheridan in Wyoming?
Oh yeah. Yes, definitely.
You ever heard?
Big son-in-law.
Look at that. Scott said he received his basic stamp set.
So,
2 more sides.
2 per side.
Got his basic stamp set, and he's going to make his first attempt at a belt with a basket stamp on it.
Cool.
Got any suggestions for a first-time basket weaver?
Go at an angle. Don't straight down the belt. Go at an angle. Start in the middle and work both directions.
Draw you a line on there that you can find. That's straight. Usually helpful. I wish we could see what you're doing over here.
Thank you.
Well, here, switch just a second. To that front camera. Let me move this one. All right.
Oh, he's picking up pace now.
Trying to get done. Get set.
This thing is average. I ran out of cord. Going so fast, Denny.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to get done before you get set up.
Yeah, well.
He's putting you to work.
You better hurry, buddy.
You're good. Now we can see what you're doing.
You can see it now.
Mm-hmm. Stool.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, it's great. You can't be perfect all the time. Josh says he's got to get back to work. That means for an hour. He got done with his lunch break. Travis says, just popped in. Who's our newest guest with Denny?
This is Lauren.
Hi.
Lauren is with us today. She came in.
I got trapped, pretty much.
Yeah.
I made a suggestion.
She made a suggestion. I said, if you make suggestions,
Yeah.
so here you are.
That's the rule.
Big bluff, but here we put her on camera and now she's trying to keep. See you, Dean.
Fly, Dean.
So next week we'll have Marvin in here. That's the plan for that. So we'll do some wet forming.
Denny, did you ever go to Lavelle, Wyoming? Is that how
Level, Wyoming. I've been through Level.
You've been there since you pronounced it.
I've never spent any time there. I have been through it. All right, folks. Here we have it. And if you want to see what this leather does, put a little fat foam on it. This is really neat leather. Anything that pulls up like this, all that oil content. And this isn't greasy feeling leather either.
I know we called it oily buffalo calf, but it's oily, but it's not like you said, rub off oily.
See the top of this knot.
Oh, there you go. Switch back to that. 2.
Yeah. This is really rich looking stuff. You talk about rustic.
Got a lot of character to it.
All right, folks. That's the best I can
Don't
do.
go anywhere yet. I'm trying to get pictures pulled up of what Dean was doing. You got to What's that for one more for a second? Maybe move this out of camera out of the way. Is that what you got for us? We got 2 bar stools done. Oh, Rory.
Rorik wrote in. Rorik, hello, buddy.
Did you know he was working at Herman Oak now?
Yes, he told me he was in a few weeks ago. Talked to him.
Oh, he must have came by and saw you, but didn't want to talk to me.
Well, that's 100% right. I imagine.
That's the way most people are. Try to avoid me at all costs. Let's see. Any other questions on there? Any other? Chad's going to be on Twitch doing some.
Carving.
Is that what you're going to call
He's going to be doing some artwork.
it?
Leather art.
Leather
There you go.
art. All right, I'm trying to find these pictures so we can show everybody what we're doing.
Where are we going to put these stools?
This one's going to go out to at the classroom bench out there with Jeff. This is the short one.
Oh, that's the one.
But see, that's why I put 2 pieces of foam on there to make it a little bit taller.
Wow, now people can actually see on the table.
Yeah.
You're
What's that?
me.
Instead of just their
Yeah.
nose over the table.
Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, here, switch to that overhead camera.
Those are bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a good live.
All right, that's one. Let me find the other picture. Frog bowl. Oh yeah.
Those are those cane toad
Yeah.
skins. I don't know if we still have those or not, but they're cool little skins.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me refocus my camera. Somewhere in there. Whoops. That made it bright.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, so there's another bowl. Let me find the other one. Stingray bowl.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
So that's what we're looking at for next week. Or for next week.
I'm anxious to see it.
It'll be fun. Switch back to one there. So that's what we have for that. That'll be on Wednesday and on Friday. So you'll be in here with him.
Okay.
Chit-chatting about Wyoming. Where the deer and the antelope play.
Yeah, lots of antelope.
Yeah.
Out there they call them sage goats.
Sage goat.
Yeah.
Well,
they do. All the ranchers out there, they're kind of their nemesis.
yeah. So it'll be fun. Well, that's what we have. If you want to join with us, you got more time, you want to hang out on a Friday, we'll be over on Twitch. Just search for Springfield Leather Co. We'll be on there. Carrie says, thanks, Denny.
All right, now I use saddle soap for lots of projects. Good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, if you need to buy stock in it, you should, because Denny's going to use it all up. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.